everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Steve, our new show for 2017. We had a great time doing Steve Eats the Food calendar last year and eating and cooking every single day for 365 days. But we can't do that again this year. So what we're going to do this year is a once a week show every Sunday morning. There'll be a new show. And we're still going to do the food calendar, but in a different kind of way. Kind of a little more exciting, a little more creative, which I'm really looking forward to. We'll also incorporate some other stuff in the show this year. When the weather gets nicer outside, we'll incorporate some gardening stuff. For the holidays, we may incorporate some like creative ways to jazz up your table or some kind of craft. I don't know. I got all these ideas in my head. So hopefully this year we'll be able to pull a lot of them off. It's hard to do that when you're cooking every single day and you're trying to, bang out that one meal that you got to get out to celebrate the national calendar day. But this way, I'll have the whole week to basically be more creative. So I'm looking forward to that. I like the idea of doing it on Sunday because a lot of people are off. And that way, when you get up, if you're one of those late bloomers on a Sunday morning and you like to get up and have your coffee and take your time getting your day going, perfect time to watch a video. Plus, we're going to be doing a trio of dishes every Sunday. So it's kind of like a great idea to get the whole family together and do that traditional Sunday night dinner thing that I think so many people have gotten away from. No cell phones, no tablets, no none. Sit at the table, have a nice dinner together once a week. It's not a lot to ask, right? Our new show, what we're going to be doing with the food calendar is instead of doing every single day, we're going to take that each week. Since we're starting on the 1st, which is today, the 1st to the 7th, every week we're going to take that food calendar week and we're going to do like they do on a lot of those cooking competition shows where they give you kind of like a mystery box of ingredients and they say, here, make a dish with this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take those 7 days and use them as our inspiration to create 3 dishes, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. Sounds like fun, right? It's going to be hard though some weeks when you have 6 desserts and 1 chicken dish. What do? We're going to figure it out, trust me. But let's get started and I'll show you what this let me explain it a little bit better and show you what I'm talking about and then you'll see what I mean. Here is our first week, okay? There's all our stuff, January 1st through the 7th are 7 National Food Calendar days. So what we're going to do is take them and turn them into something else. Now, we have to use all 7. That's going to be the challenge of this show. We can't say, oh, we don't have an idea for that and throw it out and just do 3 days. No. We got to use all 7. That's the only fair way to do it if we're going to challenge ourselves. Plus, we get to be a lot more creative with this. You don't necessarily have to do them in the specific way. Just use your imagination. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's start. January 1st, which is today, is National Bloody Mary Day. January 7th is National Tempura Day. So what we're going to do, a lot of times you go out to get a Bloody Mary now somewhere and they put so much stuff in there. It's like a salad bar. There's bacon in there, there's shrimp in there, there's like all this stuff, olives, celery, everything in your Bloody Mary. So what we're going to do is take some of those things. We'll take January 1st, Bloody Mary Day, and January 7th, National Tempura Day. And what we'll do is a bacon-wrapped shrimp tempura. That's right, I said bacon-wrapped. And we'll combine it, and we'll make a Bloody Mary dipping sauce to go with our tempura. That's our appetizer. How's that sound? That sounds pretty good if you ask me. All right, so let's get rid of those 2 things. That's out of here. Okay, next we got to come up with an entree. Okay, January 4th is National Spaghetti Day. Perfect. We got our, pasta dish that we can do as an entree. January 6th is National Bean Day. So I'm thinking, why don't we do like a Tuscan style white bean pasta with the spaghetti and throw in some tomatoes and some spinach and garlic and just really kind of make a light pasta. Since you're going to have the tempura as your appetizer, let's go a little lighter with the dinner, okay? So let's get rid of those 2 days now. All right, this is what we're left with. Now we just got to come up with our dessert, and by what's left up here, it's going to be pretty easy. January 2nd is National Cream Puff Day, so we'll make the cream puff shell, like traditionally like you make. January 3rd is National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day, and January 5th is Whipped Cream Day. So what if we combine those two and make a cherry whipped cream, or a cherry filled whipped cream, something like that. Pipe that, or maybe scoop it, because you know me and piping, into our cream puff shell and then drizzle it with some chocolate ganache. So you have all of those elements in one. I think that would make a really killer dessert. Okay, so there you go. We have our 3 dishes using all 7 of our days. That's what we're gonna do every week. Kind of cool, right? I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna allow me to be a lot more creative rather than having to stay within that frame of whatever the national day is. And it kind of keeps that theme going. So to me, it's a natural progression of where this show should go. Alrighty, so we'll be right back to start with our appetizer. I gotta get my chef's coat on. Be right back. Okay, so we're going to make our dipping sauce first. Get that going. Okay. Medium heat, you're going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil. And about, I don't know, maybe a half a cup of chopped onion. Okay. And we're just going to cook those and saute them for about 5 minutes or so. Okay. Okay, and then once your onions are nice and translucent, to this you're going to add 1/3 of a cup of vodka. Just be careful it doesn't flame up on you, okay? And you're just going to cook this and reduce this by about half, okay? And once that's reduced down, you're going to take 8 ounces of tomato sauce, not juice, sauce, because you want it to be a little thicker. Since this is a dipping sauce, if you use tomato juice, it would be a Bloody Mary. About a tablespoon of Worcestershire, a teaspoon of hot sauce, but you can go heavier on any of these things. I mean, if you like it, your Bloody Mary a little spicier, by all means, just go heavier. I just used about a teaspoon of Tabasco, and then about a good heaping teaspoon of horseradish, okay? That's it. Once you get it back to a boil, just take it off the heat. There's your dipping sauce, all done. We're going to put this off to the side, cover it, let it just sit while we get our tempura ready. But you just want to make sure you taste for salt, pepper, that kind of thing. Wow. Wow, that tastes like a Bloody Mary. I mean, it technically is a Bloody Mary because it has the vodka and everything in it. But it really tastes like a Bloody Mary. That's pretty darn good. Can't wait to dump some bacon wrapped shrimp tempura in that. Alrighty, be right back. Okay, so let's get started on our cream puffs. We're going to do bigger size cream puffs since they're going to be more of like an individual dessert rather than the little tiny ones that we've done before. Okay, full stick of butter in your saucepan, a half a teaspoon of salt, and a cup of water. We just want to get that to a boil, okay? Melted butter down and get that to a boil. Start preheating your oven as well, 400 degrees. Once you get that to a boil like that, take it off the heat, take your cup of flour, and you're going to dump that right in there and just stir, 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 okay? Until that's all mixed together. Try to not splash it out of all over the place. Now, once you have that all incorporated, back on your heat, medium heat, for about 2 minutes, okay? Just keep stirring, stirring. Don't let this sit there. Just stir and stir. And you just kind of want to cook off some of that flour taste, like you do when you're making a roux. And you want to kind of dry some of the moisture out of this. Just a minute or two, that's all. Don't overdo it. Okay, and then you're just going to take that and put that into your bowl here, okay? Just let off some of that steam there. Just let that sit for a minute, okay? Because it's really kind of hot. Okay, so now what you're going to do is add your eggs one at a time to this mixture here, okay? And just stir and stir and stir until it's all incorporated, just one at a time. It looks like a mess, but it's all going to come together. Good arm workout today. First of the year. There's your resolution. You wanted more exercise? This one's going to give it to you. Okay, so there is our dough that we need to make our cream puffs. I'm going to use my ice cream scoop here because, like I said, I want them to be bigger cream puffs, not just little ones, okay? So I should probably get 6 out of this. See all these little spiky things from when you scoop? Just wet your fingers and make sure you smooth all those down, because if not, they will burn before the rest of your cream puff puffs up and bakes up. You'll have these little burnt little spiky things from that, so you don't want to do that, okay? So just make sure you pat all those down. Okay, so into our 400-degree oven, they're going to bake for 45 minutes, and then we're going to take them out and let them cool down for a good half hour or so before we try to do anything with them, okay? So, see you in a little bit. Okay, it's time to get our tempura going for our dipping sauce, okay? So I have some bacon here, 3 bacon, I'm doing 6 shrimp, 3 each, per 3 per appetizer. You do as many as you want. So I took 3 slices of bacon and cut them in half, and I pre-cooked them just a little bit, just so that way they're still definitely pliable, that you can move them, but I just kind of wanted them to start, I don't know, I'm one of those weird people about, meat and fish being cooked through, and especially with the tempura. Once the batter is on there, I want to make sure that that bacon gets nice and I don't want to eat a raw piece of bacon with my shrimp. Okay, so there's my shrimp, okay? I got 6 nice big shrimp. Now, I showed you this trick last year where you take the shrimp and the belly side, the curved side of the shrimp, just make 3 little incisions in there, 3 little cuts in there, 1, 2, 3, and that allows you to stretch the shrimp out and pull it out so it makes it like that. So that way when you dip it and you fry it and you have your appetizer, they're nice long pieces. It's not this curled up piece of shrimp like this. It's this nice, easy to dip shrimp, okay? So we're going to do that to all of those. A cup of tempura batter mix. You can buy it in the store, buy your other fish fry stuff. 3/4 cups of ice cold water, okay? You're going to mix that together, whisk it, so you got a nice thick batter, like pancake batter. Okay, so you wrap the bacon around your shrimp and secure it with a skewer. Dip it into your tempura batter and then right into your hot oil, okay? And do that to all of them until they're all cooked. So once they're all fried up nicely like that, I'm just going to put them on a baking sheet and put them in my oven. Now, if you do your cream puffs first, which we did, let me just show you. We did our cream puffs first because those are going to have to cool down for our dessert. Look at those babies. Nice big cream puff dessert. Okay? So if you do those first, shut your oven off. Now your oven is still warm, so we're going to put these in the oven to keep them warm while we get ready to make our dinner first, okay? Or our dinner next. So that way everything will be ready at the same time, okay? Okay, so let's get started on our dinner. In my large skillet here, I have a tablespoon of olive oil, tablespoon of butter, and about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic minced, okay? You go as heavy or as light as you like on your garlic. I have my pot of water going here for our spaghetti. Okay, you're just going to saute this garlic for about a minute. And then to that, you're going to add a whole pint of grape tomatoes cut in half. You're going to add about 5 or 6 nice big leaves of basil, chiffonade style, which just means in strips, little strips. Some fresh black pepper, and some kosher salt. Okay? And you're going to cook this for about a minute, about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah, because you kind of want to break down these tomatoes a little bit. Then next to this tomato mixture, take a can of cannellini beans, white kidney beans, okay? Drain out half of the liquid, and then just add this to this. Put this on a low heat, and we're going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes until the tomatoes and everything start to break down, okay? Okay, and then a cooks down like that. And then you're going to add a big, generous portion of spinach. Because you know spinach, it starts like this and it turns into this. So you're going to add this right to the top of your pot here. And you're just going to let that wilt down. As it starts to wilt, just stir it in and it'll wilt more and more and more until it's all wilted down into your sauce here, okay? My pasta's in, so this should be ready when that's ready, and we'll just, from there to there, dinner! See our spinach all wilted down. Let's just take our pasta now. Make sure it's nice and al dente. It's going to continue to cook in this pan, so you just add it right to that, okay? And don't be afraid to let some of this starchy pasta water get in there too, okay? Because that'll just make more of a sauce. Okay, then you just toss that around with your sauce here, and I'm actually going to even add a little bit more of this pasta water to here, okay? Just to thicken that up and give it a little more of a sauce. Alrighty, so that's all done. All we got left is to make our filling for our cream puffs and our chocolate ganache, and dinner's ready, okay? It's going along real good today. I hope you guys are doing it too. That would be really nice. See some pictures of somebody else eating what we're eating. See, even the birds are hungry. We're just about to finish up. Got our cream puffs here. See, you cut them in half, and look, you got this nice well in here. So what we're going to do, I thought, you know, when you get those chocolate covered cherries, you always, a lot of them have that like cream center with the cherry and the cordial stuff and whatever. So do a little cream cheese. I'm going to put about 2 ounces of cream cheese, and I have probably about a half a cup of pastry filling, cherry pastry filling, not pie filling, pastry filling, because it's a little bit thicker. Okay, so I'm going to mix that together with my cream cheese. I won't have to add any sugar that way because the cherry filling will obviously sweeten this up. If I was going to make just a straight cream cheese filling, I would probably sugar it a little. So I'm just going to whip those together. I have my chocolate that I put in, started to melt. I actually sat it on the top of my pasta water and it started to melt my chocolate chips. So I'm just going to get a little bit of heavy cream. Be right back. Okay, so that's all done. Look at this. This is going to be nice inside of a cream puff. Let me just scrape this out here. I mean, look. We get this nice, like, cherry cheesecake or filling. It's going to be nice inside. I put about, I don't know, a little drizzle of heavy cream into my chocolate chips here. And now I'm just going to whisk this until it's smooth. Alrighty. Now I made some plain whipped cream. Okay, the usual way with just some heavy cream. Put a little powdered sugar in there just to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. I'm going to put dollops of that on top of our raspberry filling here. Just like that. Put a little too much on this one because I want to make sure I have enough for all of them. Okay. You put a little whipped cream on those. Look at that. That's a chocolate covered, well, not yet. Chocolate covered cherry cream puff with fresh whipped cream. Just put these on a plate here, like that, and then I have some of my chocolate ganache that I'm just going to drizzle on the top, like that. Okay. Now that is a chocolate covered cherry cream puff. 3 days in one. Alrighty, we got it all done. Everything's ready to go. We're going to sit down. I'm going to open up a bottle of wine. We're going to sit down and we're going to taste test this stuff today. Okay? Easy dinner, appetizer, entree, dessert. 7 days, all in one. Be right back. Okay, out of my chef's clothes and ready to eat. We'll have a nice white Bordeaux here. from France. That will go nicely with our pasta and our beautiful Bloody Mary tempura shrimp. Look at that. Put it in a nice glass. So you got to make presentation. You do this on a whole table, you're going to wow people, man. It doesn't take much. You go to a dollar store and you find this kind of stuff. But anyway, cheers, everybody. Here's to a new year and a new show, but let's get right in here because I'm dying to eat. I've been cooking and I'm ready to eat. Ooh, we got these nice bacon wrapped shrimp tempura. Man, is that good. And this Bloody Mary sauce, I mean, it really tastes like a Bloody Mary. Well, you gotta have celery. Perfect little appetizer to start you off. And you use the nice big shrimp, so you 3 in each. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to do like 6 shrimp in a thing, because then you're not going to want to eat pasta. And dessert. Alrighty, let me eat my appetizer and I'll be right back with dinner. We'll see how we did with that. Okay, and there is our beautiful pasta. Tuscan style white bean. Always make sure too, you got a nice block of Parmesan on hand. Okay, not that bottled grated wood chips. Is that what they found that is in that? Sawdust. Get yourself a nice block of fresh Parmesan. Put that on the table and let everybody just kind of shave as much as they'd like on their pasta, okay? So let me just give this, oh, it smells so delicious and garlicky and just, oh, I can't wait to try this one. With the tomato, the spinach, the white beans. Hot. Why do I torture myself and do that? Take a taste and then try to talk. Delicious, very subtle garlic. It's not as much as you think. So I probably would have went a little heavier with the garlic, but you get the flavor of the white beans and the tomato and the spinach. Very earthy kind of a pasta dish, but it definitely needs more cheese for my liking because I'm a cheeseaholic, you know? So the more, the merrier. Alrighty, that's course number 2, our entree for today. We're filling out the week. I'm gonna eat this and I'll be back to do dessert. Gotta have room for dessert. That's why you only want to do a little bit of pasta. You had the appetizer, a little bit of pasta. Gotta save room for dessert. Be back. Alright, this is the part I've been waiting for. Look at that. Come on. Let's cut right into this. So I can show you the whipped cream and the cherry cheese filling. In our pan. I'm not even going to use a knife and fork, just pick that thing up. Oh, man. Oh, man, is that good. And I'll tell you what, it really does taste like a chocolate covered cherry. In a weird kind of way. Perfect ending to a beautiful dinner. Do this every Sunday with us. Come on back next week, next challenge. Alrighty? Thanks everybody. We'll see you next Sunday.